the subject of bathrooms and changing rooms and inclusion for transgender people, I often hear people say comments like this. Well, I'm all for trans acceptance, but the only thing I do have a problem with is, and you can see it, is like changing with someone who might be transgender. Like, what if I was a woman and I was getting changed to go swimming and I had to take all my clothes off and then put my swimming costume on, and there was a transgender woman in there? How do we overcome that? And I can see it, all right? I do understand that argument, but you have to think, what is the end point? Are we going to exclude every single transgender woman from getting changed to go swimming or being in a public changing room simply because they are transgender and you might feel uncomfortable? Because the reality is that someone might have to go into a different changing room. If you two don't want to get changed together because you might feel uncomfortable getting naked in front of a transgender woman, or feel uncomfortable if they get naked in front of you, then someone, which is what you're asking, someone else might have to go into another changing room. Now, who's that going to be? Why does it have to be that woman? You know, seriously, I don't think all women at all. And so many people tell me, I've got no problem with it at all, not in changing rooms, not in toilets, nowhere. That trans women are very welcome in the spaces that I use. So for a very small proportion of women, they might feel uncomfortable. But why should all trans women be excluded just for the small proportion of cisgender women that might feel uncomfortable? If you feel uncomfortable getting changed in front of anybody, doesn't matter what characteristics they have, what body parts they have, if you feel uncomfortable getting naked in front of somebody else, you could go and find a different space to get changed in. Why do they have to go and get changed somewhere else? And actually, I think the media would portray trans women, and I've been in so many interviews where they say, what about the 6'3", bearded, tall, muscular, big hands? That's the image that we're fed. But that is not a typical image of a transgender woman, and it's actually very painful, hurtful and unkind to give us that image. It's just not true. And actually, if we dig deep behind the reasons, what is it? Is it that they might look at your body? Well, you know, to be fair, in all honesty and dignity, other people shouldn't really go gawping at other people when they're getting changed to go swimming, regardless of their sex, their gender, their anatomy, their chromosomes. Regardless, it's just not polite. Why would trans women look at your body particularly? Is it because you don't want to see their genitals? And this is the bit that makes me sad, because so many trans women feel really, really, really shy and self-conscious about their genitals. And this idea that we have that they're going to swing it in your face is just not true. It's unkind, it's cruel, and it could not be further from the truth. I reckon there's a towel in place at every single opportunity. Is it just because they've got what you see as a male-shaped body? And I think, you know, we women have spent years and years and years going for equality so that we don't have to look a particular way. And actually, it's again incredibly unkind that we would judge somebody else just on the appearance of their body. I think, you know, if someone said to you, you go and have a look go in the bathroom, take your clothes off, find a full-length mirror if you've got one. Take all your clothes off, have a look in the mirror, and then have a look at your body. And imagine that somebody else was going to look at your body and then decide whether or not you had a beautiful, perfect, female enough body that you could use the changing room. It's just, you know, we would never dream of allowing that. But yet that's what we're apparently asking trans people to put up with. You know, your body doesn't fit the picture I want it to fit, so you have to go somewhere else. Just unkind. So all you people out there, I just want you to reflect and rethink. If you're one of those that's saying, I have no problem with trans people at all, except for this, just dig a little bit deeper. Have a look in that mirror. Have a look at the reasons why you feel that it might be appropriate to exclude a particular group of people from getting changed for swimming just because you might feel uncomfortable. And that's what exclusion is all about. Exclusion is excluding a group of people because of a particular characteristic. And let's not forget that particular characteristic is protected under the Equality Act. I hope that's helped you be able to dig a bit deeper inside your own personal thoughts and understand that diversity is beautiful, equality is essential, and inclusion matters.